Welcome back, everybody. I want to welcome Marcia Milchiker. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me today.
And you were reelected in 2022. You've been served for a long time. Let's start with what is it you love so much about serving in this district?
Well, first of all, when I was first elected, I did save the Emeritus Institute. I promised I would, and I saved it. And I love the Emeritus Institute. It meant so much for the people in Laguna Woods. And it was just devastating that they thought they were going to lose it statewide. Mm-hmm. So I promised I would save it. And then when I was elected, I got a number of people together, and we got a number of emeritus students to testify at all the hearings, and we saved it. So that was amazing that it's still in existence today. And now I'm old enough to take the classes myself.
Now you qualify.
I'm taking them, I'm qualifying them. And you know, we just had commencement, and I always get to shake students' hands at commencement. I shook about 1,000 students' hands at commencement, and the students some graduated, you know, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and some just seemed to be just average students, and they were so interesting to see so many different ages. The youngest student was 15, the oldest student graduating was 80, so I see how it changes lives. I see how these students come in, and sometimes they didn't get into the school of their dreams. They said, oh, I'm going to take classes at Saddleback. But then with all the help we give the students with the small classes and the really caring teachers, they graduate and they go on to law school and medical school, and they get in the top colleges all over the country.
Listen, I'm a great believer. I went to Saddleback College before I went to Cal State Fullerton. I teach at Santa Ana College in my other part of the world. So
I taught at Santa Ana College. I taught biology at Santa Ana College, and I loved it. It was so much fun.
Well, the Emeritus program is that special kind of program where it's kind of like lifelong learning, right?
Yeah.
And it's that opportunity to kind of for seniors to be able to jump in there. Why do you think it's so valuable for seniors to be able to?
Well, you know, being a biologist, I know, and you know, I've studied the brain, I've studied neuroscience, and I know that to have your brain grow, the neurons and the dendrites and all the neurons in your brain, you have to do certain things, and one of them is exercise is very important. One of them is keep your brain active, learning things. Another one is being social, being among people. Another one's get enough sleep, eat well. You know, all those things are so important. And we do so many in the Emeritus Institute. We give students aerobic exercise for exercise. We give students highly academic classes for their brains. We bring them together, whether it's asynchronous or synchronous or in person, so they actually are with other people.
Right.
And we keep people alive and doing well. The most important thing, functioning and being able to take care of themselves, which saves taxpayers money in the long run.
Absolutely.
You know?
And when we talk about community college, there's community around classroom and people in those interactions, and friendships can be formed too, right?
Yeah. I'm making friendships with the people in my classes. And in my art class yesterday morning, I was sitting next to this lady, and I didn't know much about her. And I suddenly found out, I told her I was on the Board of Trustees, and she said she was superintendent of schools for some of the K-12 districts. So there's so many brilliant people in Laguna Woods. And this is a way they can get together and know each other and also improve their brains and improve their health and be vital and grow older gracefully, which is what we all need to do.
Right. And the great thing about emeritus classes is a lot of them are taught right here in the village. You don't have to go to the campuses of Irvine or Saddleback to be able to access the opportunities, right?
Yeah. And the emeritus classes, there's only like 1 or 2 taught at the campus. And when they're taught at Saddleback, you have to pay the health fee and parking, you know. But here, the classes are 100% free. And so they're embedded in the community. And because Laguna Woods has about 20,000 residents, we have a number of classes to serve our residents. Community colleges mean serving our community. So we have the Emeritus Institute for older adults, we have college for kids, for young kids, and we have our wonderful colleges for all the other students that really benefit from it.
What got you interested in serving on for the district in the first place those many years ago?
Well, I actually had a master's degree in biology, and I was a research biologist at the Cleveland Clinic doing orthopedic surgery research. You know, anyway, so I had moved to Southern California, and I had 3 young sons, and I started taking classes at Saddleback College, and I had my sons in the preschool.
Oh, okay.
And the kids loved it. They loved going to college with their mom, and it was a wonderful preschool. It still is. It serves our students and our staff well if they have young children, and they know their kids are right there. and the classes were just top notch. And I just fell in love with the college, and I decided I wanted to run for the board to help the colleges. And that was it. Yeah, keep it going. And then I got my AA degree at the Saddleback College, because I'm kind of very goal oriented. And rather than just take classes, I decided to go for an AA degree. So I got my AA degree after I got my master's degree. So
what'd you get your AA degree in?
It was in Spanish.
It was in Spanish?
Yeah. So I do speak Spanish now, which is helpful in this community. It's really great. Yeah, it's really good.
And isn't that the thing that you want everybody else to understand? Is like, you may have gone one track in your life, but that's what Saddleback College and community colleges in general in Irvine Valley can do. They can, if you have an interest, I've always wanted to try, then go for it. Yeah. Right, jump in there.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I took ceramics for the first time and did some building of pots, and that was so fascinating. I've never done that before. Before I ran for the Board of Trustees, I took argumentation and debate, swimming at Saddleback College, and in an art class. So I loved it. And when I ran for the Board of Trustees, I always said that argumentation and debate class helped me win that election. Because when I debated my opponent, I really won those. I won those debates.
It's a little cheat code you had there.
I know. Well, I think I won that. I don't know what the public thinks. Well, I did win the election, so that meant something.
Absolutely. How important is it to have a community college where, like you said, somebody might not have got into their dream school, or somebody just had never had the opportunity to go to college at a 4-year kind of level, well, maybe they don't have the grades, that kind of thing, to have that entry-level opportunity to say, I'm going to turn my life around here at this college level, and then maybe transfer to a 4-year or get a certificate in something. Yeah,
and we have, in our colleges, we have top-notch colleges. They're ranked in the top 200 colleges in the country. In the Aspen Institute, which is like an incredible metric, and the top 10 colleges in the country, and the #1 college in Orange County in so many metrics. And when the students come here at both of our colleges, they get instructors that really care. And we have all kinds of programs to help them succeed. And, I see, I was a volunteer science advisor for the Saddleback College Mars Rover team for a number of years. And it had to be all volunteer because, as a trustee, I'm not allowed to work at the college, which is right. It's okay. That would not be okay. So I see these students, that are so great that our Mars Rover team was the only community college that got into the competition, which was held in Hanksville, Utah. And I traveled to Hanksville, Utah with the students in the students' van for the competition, and we beat out like the Cornell and Stanford and Ivy League schools. We did fabulous, and I see these students just rise to the occasion. They transferred to Berkeley, to Stanford, to Harvard. We have a wonderful veterans program, and the veterans program is incredible in getting these veterans into Ivy League schools.
Right.
So and many of the students said they felt they were failures when they came. They didn't get into the college of their dreams. But then at the end, they're transferring to these top schools, and they say, that was the best thing that ever happened to me, going to Saddleback College or Irvine Valley, which is also a wonderful college.
Yeah, and talk a little bit more about that, because I think some people think the academic standards at a community college aren't the same as a 4-year school, but that's not the case at all.
No, our classes are very, very rigorous. As a matter of fact, when our students transfer to UCI, University of California, Irvine, they get a higher GPA than the native students there. And many of the students say when they transfer to UCLA or Berkeley or any of these schools that it was more rigorous at Saddleback College than at the universities. We also get students that start at the universities and find out with the enormous classes of 1,000 people in the class, they just can't make it, and they drop out and they go back to Saddleback.
Huge classes, 200 people in there, and there's no connection.
Yeah, my son went to UC Santa Barbara after he went to Saddleback. There were like 1,000 people. He loved it, but he said that's the only time in his life he could afford living on the ocean. So that's why he picked Santa Barbara. But anyway, he really loved. He missed the small classes at Saddleback College and the individual attention that you get, and the programs to help you succeed. The tutoring programs that are free for the students. So I mean, we really do change lives.
It's
And
a little bit.
wonderful.
Listen, I started there at KSBR radio station,
Oh, yeah,
and I
that's
started
great.
doing the radio and started doing the news, and that's honestly launched me into my career and my pathway to where, here I am today.
So they're one great, wonderful success from Saddleback College. It's one success at a time. So it's great. When I was shaking the students' hands at commencement, I'm thinking, every single one of these students, 1,000 students I shook hands with, have succeeded because of Saddleback College, and they're now they're going on to becoming nurses, becoming chefs, becoming auto mechanics, transferring to top schools in the nation, and we did it because of the college, and I just feel so proud.
Well, summer sessions is going on right now through July 25th. Fall registration is open right now, and classes begin August 17th. And spring semester, they're accepting applications starting on July 31st. Emeritus classes can be taken right here for free in the village. Thank you, Michelle, for coming in. Marcia, rather. Thank you for coming in today. We
Thanks
appreciate
so much
it.
for having me, because these emeritus classes are free, they're fabulous, and we're changing the registration. We don't register students for our college. It's a statewide registration.
Mm-hmm.
So when they try to register for community colleges, they're registering statewide, and we're working on changing that system so it's easier to register, because it's a little bit complicated now. You could go into the emeritus office and they'll help you, go to Saddleback College. I'll help you if you need to help. But anyway, we're making it easier now.
All right, more to come on that note. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.